Right, how you doing guys? This is part 4 for Mason's fiberglass spoiler build. So what we'll do is move the camera around a minute and show you where we're at the moment. We're going to do a bit of final shaping, front and back, and then we'll get the fiberglass out and show you what you need and what you've got to do. Here we go. Right, what we're going to do now is get this bit of cardboard, and Mason prefers the shape of this side to that side. So we're going to trace it around and then transfer it over so we get both sides the same. So to do that we need pencil, which I've got in my pocket. We're just going to hold that end up there, Mason. Right there. Something like that. Like that. Excuse the noise, builders are next door. Right, and then what we'll do is we'll cut that out very roughly. 2 seconds, go to the table. Right, that's what we want. So we can, again, this is just getting it rough for fiberglass stage. We'll make it better once it's got fiberglass and body filling on it. So bend that corner around so it's just about there. Well, actually, it looks like this side could do with a little bit more in it. So we'll take the bit off the top. Yeah, well, so we're not far off. That we can make with fiberglass. Yeah, it's a bit high there. Time that goes down. Yeah, that's brilliant, isn't it? This side looked like it was sharper than that side. So we can build that up with body fill when we come to it. As for the shape, we've started beveling it more. It feels like it's more even. Bit of a lump there, what do you reckon? Feel that, see what you think.
Yeah, I reckon that's just from where like the
yeah, it's a bit harder, isn't it? So it's a little bit higher. So we'll just sand that down a little bit. Think of that now, feel that. Up and down?
yeah, about a bit there.
A bit there, yeah. Right, now for shape, I quite like that. What do you think?
Yeah, I like
that. So I reckon if we just take a little bit off this to get that out on it, then we're good to go. Let's see if this works on it. Don't want to rip it.
Yeah.
What does that look like from the front? A little bit high here still, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I think as well, it might be because of the placement of that there, because over there it's a bit lower down.
Yeah, it just looks a bit different, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Again, once we've got some fiberglass on it, it's solid, we can make a proper jig.
Yeah.
Right, and I reckon let's make that a little bit thinner on the top. Messy shit. Right, I reckon that is probably good enough to get fiberglass on it, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, so we'll stop recording there for a minute. We've got a little bit of shaping on the back we'll do off camera because it's just a tiny little bit. Then we'll come back with fiberglass. Right, here's what we need next. We've got our GPR, general purpose resin, catalyst, brushes, mixing sticks. We've got a fiberglass roller, fiberglass, and we've got a bit of carbon fibre to play with if we want to, and a load of mixing cups. So what we're going to do now is pan over to the car. We're going to cut a load of pits dry just to get the shapes and the sizes we needed, and then we'll get into the wet lay. So we'll jump to another time lapse. Right, I'm going to mix up some of the resin now. I'm going to go for 500ml. I'll go big. I'm not going to put much catalyst in this because we don't want it going off super quick.
Nope. Hold on. Dad. It's gone weird.
So I'll do 250. Still recording?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, so I've put 250ml in there. I don't want to go silly and end up wasting loads. So 250ml at 2% is 5ml. So I'm going to put 5ml of the catalyst in. Right, that's close enough.
Oh, what's it doing?
It's because you're moving. Right, so I've got 250ml of the resin, 5ml of the catalyst. That's 2%. If it starts going off too quick, then I'll probably just go down to 1%. But with this, the more catalyst you put in, the faster you've got to be. It will go off quick. Make sure you scrape all the sides, all the bottom, get it nice and well mixed. What we'll do is we'll video me putting the first bit on, and then we'll time lapse Mason doing the rest. So I reckon that's mixed enough. Put that there. We've got brush, so we've got here. You can use the thumbstick, Mason, to swing it around and move it down. Instead of moving your arm, you use the thumb. Got it?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Right, so that is our glass bits. Just get a real good heavy coating on all of it. Probably should have knocked up 500ml for the first coat. Oh well. Always have more. Just do a bit at a time. I'll just do a little patch just to show you and show Mason more than anything, and then we can go from there. So we've got our first bit wet up. Now get our second bit on there. Right, when you do this, you want to keep dabbing.
Yep.
You can brush, but it can start to pull. So put the resin in on the top and let gravity make it go down. As this absorbs the resin, you can start to lay bits down. We'll get them bits wet. Strong?
Oh, it's cold.
You can tell when the glass starts going off because it goes like jelly in the cup. That's why I tend to knock up little bits. Oh, what was that? Battery dying?
I'm not sure. It's got 3 bars on the battery.
Ah.
Something.
Right, so we'll just glass this out along the bottom. We want it to stick to the bodywork. Just wet that bit up as well. Eventually that will stick down and take shape. Just keep it wet. Right, so that is stage 1 of that bit. Next part, we use this roller, and what that does is knocks out all the oxygen and air bubbles and makes sure that we get nice good absorption and application. Keep following the profile, keep working it, and it pretty much goes see-through once you've got enough on there. So this is why we ripped it along the top here, because if that was full thickness that wouldn't wrap around that corner. So what we'll do is as that goes off, we'll keep building it up. So once you've done that, you can grab another bit, start there, roll that on, and all that excess resin from the first coat will start soaking through that one. See how that's going see-through? That means that's absorbing all the excess resin. So if you want a little bit more, you can flood a bit more on there.
Oh, that beeping's the Bluetooth.
Ah, right. Yeah, excuse the noise next door. My mate's building another workshop to store his boat in. Right, see how that's starting to lay around now?
Yep.
But we might have to cut some of that off because it won't stick fully, but we can give it a good chance. And when we do the underneath, we can overlap it, which will pin that flat. Put some on the back, that'll hold it in place. Now look around the back. See how that's coming down now? Then when we do the back, we can overlap it, which will secure it all in place. Make sure we get plenty in there because that's where we want it to stick. We're probably going to make moulds of this, so if anybody wants one, drop us a message. Right, so again, it's just starting to congeal now. Let's see that. Looks like snot. So I think mixing 250 ml a go with 2% of catalyst anyway is a good number for me. So I'll get another bit. Overlap that. Oh, it's giving me backache. Just keep working this in. So that's layer number 2 on this. Probably going to go for, because I want to make a mould out of this, probably put 4 layers on there. Make it nice and strong. Well, it's a spoiler, that's going to have plenty of downforce. I don't want much flex in it. Just keep working it. Rolling it. So we can get a bit more back. Keep that going. Right, well I reckon you've probably seen enough of my ugly mug doing this, so I reckon we'll stop recording there and then we'll set up a time lapse and get Mason having a go.
get this air bubble? It's not floating.
Well, it's not so much an air bubble.
More sort of layer. Or...
Yeah, it's just where it's sagging a bit, where we've got quite a lot on there. So as it goes off, we'll just keep manipulating it. That is the back side. Mason's just rolling in all the dry spots. When you see it white, that means it's dry. So keep working it till it's transparent. But at the moment, we've got, what, 5 layers on there? So we've gone a bit keen. Right guys, that is stage, is it 4? Yeah, this is part 4 of the build. All the fiberglass is on, front and back. So next part will be demasking everything, shaping the fiberglass. Then we're going to go on to the body filler. And in that stage, we're going to start putting measurements all the way along it to make sure that we're even and parallel. Got to be right. So remember, like, subscribe, and see you soon.